I mean, I shouldn't have to remind you, but I don't know if... I can't take that risk that you don't remember who I am. Well, good morning at 4 a.m. Well, I guess good time of day to you, 4 a.m. critter. Hello, Krellin. Hi, Krellin. Hi. Hi, Ice Bunny. Hi, Tahut. Hi, Stumpomatic. Hi, left-handed monkey wrench. Oh, hi, Iffy. Hi. Oh, yeah. You kept the music on.
Well, it's going to be a puppets only stream, so I was thinking we would keep some of it on, but it's like so loud to me. Maybe it's less loud for you guys. Woo! Headphones falling off. Nope.
Haha. Human problems. I don't have... KB Tibbs! Oh, listen for...
Hello, everyone. Smiley face.
That was an excellent robot smiley face, KB Tibbs. Well done. Thank you for the resub. Yay! Oots, 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 oots.
Yes, it's true. Krellin reminds you that you also have headwear problems.
Yeah. Heavy lies the crown that falls off the puppet's head. Am I right? Yeah, I'm totally right. Hi, PP Phantom. Hi. Hi. I have to be in a good mood this morning because Cheryl's like in a terrible mood because it was a terrible week. So I'm on my best behavior. Yay! Another resub!
It's been 2 months. Why? Why?
You made me laugh, Lugeron. Thank you for the resub. I want to try that. Why? Why? I like that. That's good. That's good. I like it. Print it. Ship it. We're good. Hi, Happy Marie. Long time no see. Good to see you. Yeah.
So if you're just joining us and you're expecting Shatter on Sunday,
it's not Shatter on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a puzzle hunt. I should be there right now, but I wanted to at least do a little bit of time with the Muppet Mafia today. It's because my European tour starts soon, and the schedule's going to get nuts.
Yeah, this calendar, I mean, you guys, it's just a mess. Yeah, it's Sprinkle Sunday, that's right. Sprinkle Sunday, and don't you forget it. Yeah.
So... what I'm thinking is that we're going to do Shatter on Saturday this week. Unless I've done my math wrong. I don't think I'm doing anything Saturday morning. Aside from I should be packing. But it's fine. Everything's fine. I can only bring a carry-on anyway. So I'm hoping we'll get to do one more stream this month. One more official mainstream stream. Mainstream. God, yeah. Those are the jokes, folks.
Yeah, so maybe if you're free on Saturday around 10 Pacific AM, you should join us. And we'll be there. Probably. That's the plan.
And it's possible there will be a bonus stream this week, but I don't know. It's unlikely because I need to, oh, that's fun. Why did the camera freeze? There we go. Things are back. Things are back, everybody. So... Mo can only have Mondays. Yeah, Mondays would be nice. Although I want to say Mondays, and then it's weird. Speaking... Lugeron, you got powered internet! Thank goodness that was a whole week of not powered internet.
We're so glad you're safe and that you have modern conveniences, Lugeron. We are very happy about that.
I was also happy because I was just before the stream. You guys know, I like nature. I'm allergic to all of it. Just all of it. But...
yeah, she likes, they have like 25 goldfinches now, and they just hang out on the roof. That's the word for that, right? The roof.
Yeah, and I love the Southwest Florida Eagle Cam. Watched all the time last year. It's going to be a very important part of my recovery from my second surgery. But then the storm happened, and I was worried that the nest was going to go away. But M15 and Harriet have been spotted at the nest since the storm.
So Irma did not scare away the eagles.
What was that?
Well, it's like an eagle. They go.
That's good.
Hi, Paracord Pete. Hi. Hi, Theater Nerd. Don't worry. There's no rush to finish Mo's scene. In fact, you can take as much time with Mo's scene as you want, Theater Nerd. No reason. Not trying to steal the show or anything. Totally not that. Just want you to feel totally supported and like you have all the time you need.
You lived on your screen porch since Tuesday. I hope the mosquitoes were not too much of a problem. I don't even know if they're out this time of year, but I'm glad you have a screen porch. I'm glad you had some place where you could hang out. I heard it was very hot.
Oh, Theater Nerd is throwing the shade at me. Oof. Huh. I see how it is. All right, I see how it is. Hi, Barantor. Hi. So yeah, hi, Teacher Verde. Hello. Hopefully we said that right.
Paracord, I'm glad you're enjoying things. And I know that there's a lot of Mo fans out there, so we're going to try the double-handed puppetry for a bit and see how that goes. It's not been the best week for me physically, but we'll just see what we do. It means I get to be less expressive with either of them, of course, since I will no longer be able to operate the arms, but we'll just... Nope, that's his... So, Mo's foam in his head, it's coming off a little bit at the top. I don't know if that was how it was designed, but it's kind of need to get up there with some super glue.
Well, isn't this great?
Well, hello, everyone. And hello to you too, Sprinkles. I know I'm not your favorite, but I'm just glad to see everyone here. I'm so glad that Lugeron and everybody who was in the path of the storms last week. Oh, Deidre Birdie, thank you so much for the follow. I'm Mo.
And I'm Sprinkles. I'm the best thing about this channel.
And I'm Cheryl, aka Muppet Aphrodite, and you can probably see why they call me that. And by they, I mean me. But also my puppets.
Well, hello. So yes, just so glad that everyone's here and safe and having a good Sunday. Hi, left-handed monkey wrench. Hello. No, I'm not trying to bite Sprinkles, Abby Marie. Our words might bite at each other, but we're not actually puppet cannibals.
That's just weird. Why would you bring that up?
Well, it's not so much I was dismissing it. I wasn't bringing it up. I was, we should probably move on to a different topic.
Yeah, so, Theater Verdict, can I do Big Bird? I don't have a Big Bird voice, and they're copyrighted anyway, so they get a little they get a little tricksy when you try to imitate them. Fun fact, I did work at a Sesame Street theme park for 3 years as a character, so I wore full-body costumes, Elmo, Grover, Bert, Ernie, Cookie Monster, Zoe. We didn't speak in those costumes because, again, they didn't want us misrepresenting the characters, and there's a lot of damage you can do to impressionable young children if you have a bunch of 17-year-olds pretending to be Elmo. Which was fine, because that would have been too much. When it's 104 degrees and you're wearing fur from head to toe, representing the brand well is not exactly top of mind. It's getting the sweat out of your eyes.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't sound as fun to be a puppet in full-body costume as it does to be like me, who doesn't have to worry about sweat or human problems.
Oh yeah, Lugeron, there were days at Sesame Place where when you spun in the parade, your shoe left a mark in the pavement because it was melting. It's fine, nothing's wrong there. And then you get done with the parade and you have to get back into like one of the fur costumes. You're like, oh.
Yay! Beep beep phantom!
Baboom. Queen Sprinkles, my loyalty is yours. Blue forever.
Yay! Thank you, BP Phantom. BP Phantom is a knight of the Royal Order of my retinue. I think we had a better name for it before, but I've forgotten because puppet brain.
I'm glad you're having a good time, Dita Verde. Unfortunately, I am married, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Well, just welcome and have a good time.
So we are variety streamers. We have puppets. Our puppets welcome all our subscribers. And we sometimes have puppet talk shows like this. We also play video games. I do Shadowrun most Sundays, not this Sunday because I got to go to a puzzle hunt. But we'll be doing Shadowrun on Saturday next week. Wait. Back up. Abby, you also worked at Sesame Place? You also worked at the same place? Because I was in Pennsylvania. I grew up, my high school bus drove past the Rubber Duck every day.
So that seems like an incredible coincidence. Abby, we need to talk more. Specifically, you guys need to talk more.
Yeah, we need to, like, what years were you there? What department were you in?
Uh-oh, guys. This is gonna go inside baseball really fast.
Krellin asks, what is a puzzle hunt? That's an excellent question. And we've got ads. So I'm gonna, Mo, could you do me a favor and maybe try to turn the music off?
Well, I'll do my best, but my hands are not super useful.
So you're gonna go bring the mouse over here, and then you're gonna click. Yeah, almost. Nope. Boy, he keeps freaking out the second he gets close to the pause button. Come on, Mo, you can do it. Oh, I can't pause while there's an ad. That's what the problem is. That's what the problem is. Well, you know what I can do? I can mute it. It's a much smaller touch target, though. This is good times, guys. Hashtag puppet problems. Oh, they mute that. They're hip to the volume trick too. They've stopped that. Oh, for God's sake! Just gonna close the browser. There we go. Your senior and junior year. I did it in my senior and junior year of high school. Abby, did you go to Pennsbury? Abby, did you go to Pennsbury also? That'd be crazy, especially if we were there at the same times.
Oh, Theater Nerd is working on a cosplay, and she says they've got a good portion of their cosplay done. Head and the clothing so close. Congratulations! It's so exciting. We can't wait to see that in the Discord.
So, hopefully everybody's hanging out in the Discord, because I'm going to be spending a lot more time there than on stream in the next week or two, since I'll be traveling. Backing up, so I agree with you, Dieter Verde. Sesame Street does need to be a bigger thing in Europe. Although they do have a lot of specialized Sesame Streets, and I always love learning about the customized puppets that they have. And I don't remember many of them off the top of my head, but like different areas have like different versions of Big Bird that are a bit more culturally appropriate. I love the Grove. I think the Oscar from Europe is pretty great. No, they don't. You don't have it on TV anymore, William. That's so sad. Well, I guess now that it's on HBO, maybe it could be more international again. Yes, Mo does. Holy shit, Mo.
What?
Your hoodie is like around your waist.
Well, I can't help that I wasn't built with giant linebacker shoulders. All right, the clothing, it discriminates against me, and it's just how it is.
I can help. This is really weird. We should stop this. You should just not wear clothes. There, I said it. You shouldn't wear it. It's not working. Don't wear clothes. Get like a robe. Look at this. Look at my sweet robe. It's great.
Big Bird is called Pinot there. I don't know what country you're in, but that's cool. Is it still a big yellow bird, or is it a custom puppet? So I'm in a recursive series of questions and talks right now. Yes, it has taken a turn, Paladin Hulk.
Yeah. Awkward.
And I'll also take one or two requests if people in the Mafia want to suggest a song for Sprinkles to do dramatic interpretation of lyrics on, and maybe one for Mo too, so we can spread the love around. Or if there's like a sonnet you'd like, it's like 100 the same. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I hope that Twitch never catches their terms of service up to puppets. But as long as they don't have nipples right now, we're fine. So puzzle hunts are intellectual masochism, where a bunch of people lock themselves in a room and a bunch of they try to race against the clock to solve a bunch of puzzles, and usually the puzzles build into other puzzles.
Yeah, they have these normal puzzles, and then they have like meta puzzles which feed on the regular puzzles, and then there's a lot of, from what I understand, banging one's head against the wall and hating puzzles, and then sometimes you win. You rarely, so usually these events have about 75 to 100 teams, sometimes more. And we don't play to, Bad Blood, Abby. That's a good one. I think that wins. I think, Sprinkles, you're going to do Bad Blood. So if someone wants to do one for Mo, that's Puzzle Hunts. Well, see, Krellin, and it's funny because this one is also both Twilight Zone and escape room themed, which is complicated. Like, maybe we could just pick one theme and it'd be fine. But one should not criticize, because all these people running these things and creating the puzzles are generally volunteers. Sometimes they get donations to support their work. But
yeah, it's pretty great. It's a nice community of people who are not embarrassed about liking nerdy things.
Oh, the best puzzle I did yesterday. So a lot of puzzles you work on together. Like, you'll start it and you'll get it halfway and you'll hand it off to someone else who could see the puzzle in a different way and finish it off. Like, yesterday I helped a friend realize that a first set of words was indexing into a second set of words. You took the number of letters from the first word you found and then got that corresponding letter from the second word. But my favorite puzzle turned out to be a comic-based logic puzzle where it was this 5x5 grid, and each of them was a comic frame with a different Marvel character giving you a clue, and you had to figure out which Marvel characters had been selected and which ones hadn't. And it required some pretty fucking deep knowledge, like, you know, the Inhumans, but the difference between original humans and recruited Inhumans later, and like the original Avengers versus like later Avengers, and who was mutant and all this stuff, and who was married and who was siblings. I do not have a nose, Distiverde. It's one of the fun things about puppets is none of our actual human systems work, so we get to take a little bit more creative license about our anatomy. Just like, you know, I like to consider myself crafted in the image of the great Kermit the Frog and Fraggles, who didn't really put much stock in noses. And I can say as a human that noses are mostly bullshit.
My nose is great. Look at it. Look, it's so great. It's all blue and fuzzy and cute.
Yeah. So have I heard about the Green Lantern Oath. You could do the Green Lantern Oath. That you could do that. I have a little bit of PTSD because my ex-boyfriend's band had a song about the Green Lantern Oath, but it's fine. I can move on. It's fine. It's just like brings back a few negative memories, but why not repaint them with puppets? That's what I say. The Marvel puzzle, it was just, it was part of the Microsoft Puzzle Hunt. It's like volunteer built. So I think it was called, because all the puzzles are named after Twilight Zone episodes. So it was like the Avenger Azeroth is my friend, because that was the title of an episode of the Twilight Zone reboot in the 90s. So that was, yeah.
Oh, Ifuru wants to boop my nose. I think I'll allow that. You can boop. Go ahead and boop. Anyone who's watching on a touchscreen, you can go ahead and boop me. But I do not claim any responsibility for unexpected screen consequences.
Yes, it's cool. It's good. It's a good bonding thing with your friends, as long as you have a strong enough relationship with your friends so that you aren't going to hate them if you get a little tight, tense. There was some of the puzzles are also in person. So Cheryl told me about a puzzle she had to do last night where she and a friend went to a Microsoft building, and they had to mirror each other and give each other directions over the phone to walk through 3 different buildings to assemble clues. Yeah, it was called Mirror Image, which is another episode of the Twilight Zone, and we had to start back to back in front of a clue, and then we walked through these 2 separate clue sheets, and based on like properties of like who was taller, one of us would read directions to the other one. But the directions didn't work as written. You had to realize that the directions were written from the perspective of the person reading them to you, because they were your mirror image, and that you had to flip all the directions. So if he said turn left, that meant turn right from your direction on the other side of the mirror. Yeah. And then you had to go through like 3 or 4 buildings, and it took us like 45 minutes to do it. And we're like, and then the clues we had to gather at every one of the sheets also mostly were flipped. If any of them had anything to do with right or left, you know, when they said starboard side lights, we actually had to flip it to port side lights. So it was red instead of green. But then some things, like it was like the thing that goes around the center of the thing that goes around the center of a nucleus is like an electron, and that doesn't flip because it's not directional.
You wanted to know what our back looks like? Oh yeah, we got back. Puppets got back.
Oots. Yeah, it's funny you bring up the back, because you don't see that a lot on puppets. And I used to there was one incident it was a really memorable situation, but I was playing Elmo for a Make-A-Wish child. And so children who came to Sesame Place, and they were with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Obviously, they were dealing with very terminal illnesses. And sometimes they recover, and that's great. And sometimes the trip helps and all the things. But this child had wished to meet Elmo. And, you know, for reasons of just logistics, it is not always possible to get the children to Sesame Street specifically, and many of them, especially like health, like this child could not fly, but they could get them in a car and get them to Sesame Place. So I'm Elmo, all 5'6" of me, and I go into this hotel room with the parents. It was a rare situation where I didn't have a host, and since I can't speak, I was essentially mute with this child and the parents. And they had Sesame Street looping on the TV. Yeah, and you brought presents, I think. Yeah, they brought me some gifts that, or gave me some gifts that I could bring to the child. But what was really interesting to me from like just like a psychology perspective was the child kept spinning me around because they had never. What I believed was it made it seem more real, because the puppets that you see most of the time, all you get to see is the front, and you don't get to control it, and you don't get to see it. So the ability to be like, you have a back.
It's pretty crazy if you think about it. I mean, how often do you get to see Kermit's back?
So just quietly, like taking my hand and spinning me around. We spent an hour there, and that story took a sideways turn because when my host finally came, which was late, and it's hot in there, right? And so, but it's like for a good cause, and you're like, okay, it's fine. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't go claustrophobic. It's fine. Everything will be fine. Someone will come for you eventually.
Suspense.
You could start a horror movie this way. But eventually my host came and we took, we parted ways with the child, which is fine because I think they were getting tired too. But then we're on the way down. He's like, the van we were supposed to take you back in is gone. So we have to take my car. And I'm like, okay. So, she's like, I didn't say okay. I nodded because I couldn't speak. I was in a hotel lobby, and if someone heard me talking, that would be bad. I don't want to ruin children's dreams forever. But then we got down to the lobby and, let me tell you. So they got down to the lobby, and there was a wedding in the lobby. And Elmo walks into their picture session.
This derailed things a little bit.
It did. It derailed things a lot. Because the bride's like, Elmo! And then I got dragged into all their wedding photos, which was fun, until my host... So, we did like 5 minutes of wedding photos with this group. And then he's like, Elmo really needs to go. And I'm like, I really do need to go. Because, biology, peeing, things that you can't do while you're in the room with the child. I don't know what happened to the van. It's not important. So we get out to the parking lot, and I'm like looking around, and I'm like motioning like, where's your car? And he points, and it's a fucking red convertible.
Elmo's gonna ride back to the park in a red convertible down a highway.
Now, we may or may not have taken a detour because we were actually pretty close to the park. But I'm in a red convertible. First of all, the seatbelt barely fit around me because there's all this padding, because they want you to look like a monster and not like a pubescent lady. So I'm in this, we belted in, and we take a detour over to the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and she's just sitting there waving casually at all the passing vehicles, just Elmo like you're in a Beach Boys video or something. No, we did own huge sunglasses, but I was not wearing them at the time. And I loved doing it because, God, you get such a good breeze in a convertible, and my hair was, secured. So
it's like the best things about being in a convertible with none of the problems like tangled hair or anything like that.
I'm just stopping traffic. And then we get back to the park, and we parked the car, and then we took a series of photos with Elmo in the hood of the car because why not? And we're teenagers, and it was great. So that's a thing that actually happened. Yeah, and that's like, I was like 17, so the bar for bizarre shit was set very high by my time at Sesame Place.
And yet, it still manages to be pretty weird a lot of the time.
That's true. It's very true. Elmo is super baller. Elmo will tell you that, and he will say the same thing exactly. He'll say, Elmo is super baller! Well, or probably will. I don't know.
So that was an unexpected diversion down memory lane.
That's true. I loved the Make-A-Wish times because it was the most meaningful part of the job. I mean, there were lots of other parts of the job, but like it just, it set your perspective and opened your eyes, and the families were often so just like grateful and happy and great. There's one child who had, I think she had an Elmo doll, and we were getting the characters, like all the characters, because she could get to the park. This other child was not healthy enough to come to the park, so we went to them at the hotel across the street. But, or maybe it wasn't across the street. I'm a bit confused about where the hotel was. It's fine. It's been a lot of years. I won't tell you how many. But another child, she had her Elmo doll, and as soon as the characters were about to come out, she hid it, and it was like, don't you want to show your doll to Elmo? She's like, yeah, but I don't want the other characters to feel left out and sad. Like, oh my god, my heart grew 1,000 times a burst.
Bye, 4am critter. Thank you for coming and saying hi. Have a good study group. Bye.
Yeah. So, what would happen if Elmo got pulled over by the cops? I don't know. I don't think they would give us a ticket. I think they would ask to take pictures instead. I think that's what would have happened. Although this was pre-smartphones, so it's not like people carry phones expecting Elmo to be riding in a convertible. This is the dark ages of the 90s when it happened without pics most of the time. Does Elmo get a lot of respect in the streets? Not necessarily the American streets, but if you walk past a preschool, Elmo's going to get mad respect. I have never felt as close to being a rock star as I did when I was Elmo. Like, literally, children would leap over barriers to get near me. They would grab pieces of my fur. They were in the park. So, yeah, Elmo gets mad attention and respect. And this was before they changed the show to have Elmo's World and, like, the focused Elmo segments. So, yeah, it's a thing. Now, this was exactly at the time when Tickle Me Elmo was a thing. And we don't talk about that. Yeah, it's not the toy you want people to ship while you are employed as a professional Elmo. I'm just gonna put that out there. Mind you, I didn't play Elmo all the time because Elmo was supposed to be 5'2". I'm 5'6". When I played Elmo, he was an awkward, very large, sort of puberty Elmo. Didn't stop them from putting me on the cover of Soap Opera Digest as Elmo, but they told me to like bend down and like angle my eyes differently so I wasn't taller than the actor I was here. Because the thing is, the costume adds about 6 inches because your head's in the mouth, and then there's another like 3 or 4 inches of head and helmet, and then there's the eyes. So yeah.
So I believe we promised some dramatic interpretations.
Yes, let's do that because we'll have to go soon. So Mo, we'll do you first.
That's fine. I'm willing to go first for the team.
So we're gonna switch things over. Sprinkles isn't gonna argue because she knows that means she gets to close the show, and that's what she wants. So I'm gonna switch things over. First of all, Mo, I'm gonna fix your jacket because what the hell, Mo? What the hell? And then I'm just gonna pull up a window here. Green Lantern Oath. And the thing was, I always wanted to do Muppet style puppetry, but there was always such a huge barrier to entry. Like, you basically just had to get cast on it. Like, TV style puppetry required a studio. Paracord Pete, you might be a bad Elmo, but you and actually there is a height that's too high for Big Bird, and you might be on the top end of it. But if you have any sort of dance skills, you would have been highly valued as a Big Bird in a telly. And that was the one. They're like, on my last day, they're like, "What character do you want to play?" Because I got known for doing characters. I wasn't a dancer. I was a host, and so I had several responsibilities, including characters. But I just kind of got de facto placed in characters most of the time, and so my last day I was a character. And they asked me which character I wanted to do, and I was like, Big Bird. And they're like, no. Because that's 6 feet. And I was like, but it's fine. So I did Cookie Monster that day instead. Green Lantern Oath. Well, yeah, that's fine. This is just it doesn't say the actual oath here. Like, is somebody gonna, like, write it down? Oh, there's so many of them, you guys. Yeah, so we'll just do the Hal Jordan one, because that's the one that I'm sort of familiar with. Telly doesn't get enough respect, and he really didn't get enough respect when I was at Sesame Place, because he didn't really have his like BFF situation with Oscar very well developed at the time. So we had him, but we only had one copy of him. That's how you knew a character was not popular. If you only had one copy of the costume, they're second string. Yes, I have considered using safety pins. I just never remember before broadcast time. it's someday he'll get safety pins. But at the same time, I do enjoy the comedy value of his jacket falling off all the time. So I think the part of me is resisting the safety pins.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the Green Lantern oath, and it shall be appropriately. Do you have any direction requests, Muppet Mafia? You know, we could, if you have a particular request for me, like style or motivation, am I sincere about my Green Lanternness, or am I kind of, is it my first time and I don't really understand the gravity of the situation? You'll be at Elmo's security as your trained bouncer. That would have been helpful. We just had teenagers protecting other teenagers. It is not as good. Yeah. And I explained to a couple of folks that the well, that's more time a story that we have for today. But there's other Muppet stories. And some of them the Muppet Mafia have heard, but, you know, sometimes we retell stories and it's fine. Oh, fun. It's just whatever I like. Okay. No direction. Okay. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. Ah! And now let's say I said that and the ring just didn't charge. Didn't do the thing with the... Okay. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's might! Thank you. See, Sprinkles isn't the only dramatic one in here. That's true. Alright, well, I'm gonna take my leave so Sprinkles can close things out with her reading of Bad Blood, but it's just been a delight to hang out with you this morning, Muppet Mafia, so, air kisses. I hope I get to see you on Saturday, if not sooner, and take care of each other, okay, Muppet Mafia? Don't forget to say hi in the Discord. I know I've been a little bit quiet, she's been busy, but I am still running that tavern in the Discord, and right now we are doing some spiced cider, spiced fictional cider, if that's something you like, but yeah, thank you, everybody. Bye. Good to see you. Yeah. I hope that, I hope you can also channel the power of the Green Lantern. Do they have an orange lantern? That's a very long story, and we're not going to go into it. Oh, I didn't realize that was a sensitive subject. No, it's just very, don't go there. Don't go there. Okay, well, goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, good night. Okay, so Mo back on the storage rack. And we get Sprinkles back up. And so the only puppet that was close to normal puppetry, like hand puppetry, Oscar was a hand puppet. We had the hand puppet for Oscar, but then we also had a trash can and legs that you could put on. I never got to do the trash can rig, but it was pretty great. So you could have Oscar just walking the fuck around. And you had to put the can down before you could pop out, but,
Hi, it's Shuraban. We're closing today's puppet stream with some dramatic interpretations.
Oh, I should have, before I brought Sprinkles out, I should have loaded the lyrics for Bad Blood, but I did not. And we're just gonna go play music because they're probably less likely to have ads. Oh, it's so long. Well, we'll do what makes sense.
Not too late to the party, Corp and Flyer. You're just in time for the grand finale. If you're just joining us, I'm Sprinkles. I'm the best thing about this stream, and I'm about to do a dramatic interpretation of the lyrics to Bad Blood as requested by Abby Marie. So you can thank her for the great idea.
Yeah, Paracord, if you guys can come up with a good back or like two-person scene in Shakespeare, I'm willing to put both puppets through that. So I put that to the Mafia because I don't have time to go look for stuff. If you find a good like two-person Shakespeare scene, you let me know. Okay? We can do that on a future stream. You
Katie Tibbs, you made a trash can on suspenders that was Oscar for Halloween? What? I have such respect for that decision. Well done, sir. That's amazing.
So are you ready?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna channel all the emotions that I had when you brought a second puppet onto my stream.
Well, I guess that's all you need to know about her motivation. And we're gonna move this around so that's kind of funny. Yeah, we'll do this. Over there was a little too far from the camera. Which is funny because you don't actually need to see my face because this is a puppetry situation. Can I get a control minus up in here? Yeah, that'll work. Nurse scene from Romeo and Juliet. That's a good one. That's a good one. So if people have online links to excerpts, let me know.
Cause baby, now we've got bad blood. You know, it used to be mad love. So take a look at what you've done. Cause baby, now we've got bad blood. Hey! Now we've got problems. And I don't think we can solve them. You made a really deep cut. And baby, now we've got bad blood. Hey! Did you have to do this? I was thinking that you could be trusted. Did you have to ruin what was shiny? Like my crown?
Oh boy, she's taking it personal now.
Now it's all rusted. Did you have to hit me where I was weak? Baby, I couldn't breathe because I'm a puppet. And rub it in so deep. Salt in the wound like you're laughing right at me. Oh, it's so sad to think about the good times, you and I. Because baby, now we got bad blood. You know, it used to be mad love, so take a look at what you've done. Because baby, now we've got bad blood. Hey! Now we've got problems. And I don't think we can solve them. You made a really deep cut. And baby, now we've got bad blood. Did you think we'd be fine? Still got scars in my back from your knives. So don't think it's in the past. These kinds of wounds, they last and last. Now, did you think it all through? All these things will catch up to you. And time can heal, but this won't. So, if you come in my way, just don't. Oh, it's so sad to think of the good times, you and I. Because baby, now we got bad blood. You know, it used to be mad love, so take a look at what you've done. Because baby, we've got bad blood, you and I. And I don't think we got problems, and I don't think we can solve them. You made a really deep cut, and baby, now we've got bad blood. Hey! Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes. You say sorry just for show. You live like that, you live with ghosts. Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes. You say sorry just for show. If you live like that, you live with ghosts. If you live like that, blood runs cold. Because baby, now we got bad blood. You know, you. Thank you. Yes, yes. I don't hate you that much, just like half of it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm still, it's like she says, Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes, especially when you're made of foam. I think that Mo is a bullet. Or a knife. Well, we can agree to differ on that one.
So, if you've just meeting Sprinkle, she's still bitter because for the first year of her existence, she was solo on this channel.
And then Mo showed up.
I think your performances are better for Mo. I think that he's actually getting you out of your comfort zone.
Well, I never asked for that, and I don't want it, so you can just take it back to the store where you bought it.
Okay. Well, with that, we are at 10 a.m., and I need to get myself over to Puzzle HQ. So we're going to probably wrap things up. But it was nice to meet some new members of the Muppet Mafia. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad folks enjoyed this.
Hi, people who came in. Hi, Darkman. Hi, Aximilian. Hi, everybody. Hi, are you? Hi.
So if you're just joining us, this will be on replay. This is a puppet-only stream this morning because we are doing Puzzle Hunt today. And I do want to do another Shadowrun Sunday, or Shadowrun session before the month is over, but due to my travels, it's probably going to be a Shadowrun Saturday this week. So hopefully you have time on a Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific,
and I'll be there, and Mo will be there, and then there'll probably be some, darkness and crunchiness and shadows.
And then the week after that, we will be dark because I will be in Copenhagen and Sweden for giving talks. So unlikely we'll have a bonus stream this week because I need to write a second talk for Oslo. But if I do make enough progress, I might pop on for some quick Stardew Valley. But thank you guys for hanging out this morning. And folks are posting suggestions here. I don't usually get a chance to look at the chat again. So if you have ideas for two-person scenes for Sprinkles and Mo, if you can send a link to the scene you like to the Discord, then I will file those away and we will start using those on future sessions. Hi, Lady Red. We're just going to miss you today because it was a short session, but maybe you can catch the replay. We did dramatic readings of Bad Blood and The Green Lantern Oath, and we talked about Sesame Place, and it turns out Abby also worked at the same theme park, so what? Yeah, Muppet fans got to represent. Yay! What? Yeah. So thank you all for joining me this morning. We're going to go ahead and let's see. Who's streaming this morning? Is anyone streaming this morning? I think nobody's on yet. So we'll go ahead and wrap up.
Thank you guys for coming.
Yay! Yeah, sorry the timing was a little rough, Lady Red, but hopefully we'll catch you next time. Saturday around 10 a.m. Pacific. Make sure you remember the Discord if you want all of the updates. We usually only post official streams to Twitter, not the bonus ones. Follow me on Twitter if you want user experience insights and stuff and updates from my travel. So yeah,
bye everybody. Stay good to each other, Muppet Mafia. Woo! The Queen bids you a fair Sunday. Mwah! See, look how good I'm being. I'll even bid you a good Sunday, Mo. Mwah!
Oh!
Wow. Bye, Kate Johnson. Bye, William. Bye, everybody. Bye. Remember me.
You know how she feels about that remembering, guys. Catch you next time.